After immersing myself in the depths of the forest, it's time to leave the valley behind and ascend to the stunning alpine heights of the Cottonwood Lakes. Not even the rain could dampen my spirits, knowing that just up the hill, breathtaking views awaited me. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Coming finally out of the valley and up to where the lakes are probably going to be soon. It's very different up here. Lots of wildflowers, and those mountains will probably see much better here in a moment. So cool. Our lake is going to be on the base of this little mountain there. And I just talked to some people who were taking a lunch break, and they said everyone headed in the opposite direction and not this way. So with any luck, I might be alone here. We'll see. It would be luck for sure, because there are so many people out with backpacks. It's a very popular place. So gorgeous. Can't be much further now. Oh, I see the water. I just saw it. Hang on. There. That's gonna be our camp spot. Nice and flat and sandy. And the lake right there. It's gorgeous. Well, I didn't get to show you this camp spot really well and the lake and everything. Hopefully a little bit later, but I put up my tent while it was raining. Not too hard, but still. And it worked really well because everything stays close. Like, you don't put an inner tent up first and then the rain fly like it was with my North Face Triage 2. When I was putting that one up in the rain, everything got wet. But this one here, everything is enclosed, and I just opened up the zipper a little bit, stuck the pole inside and closed it again. It was pretty good. Now I just have everything inside. I'm going to set it all up, and hopefully the weather gets a little bit better to show you guys the lake and just walk around a little bit. I did see at least one more person around the corner on the other side, very far away. I don't know if there might be 2 people, so I have no idea. But it's super quiet here. For all the people that have come with backpacks, I think they just all went to the closer lakes. And this is the one that was kind of the furthest away. And yeah, it makes me happy. Another quiet spot. Yeah, but this tent does well so far. You see the raindrops. You can hear them maybe falling on the tent a little bit. It's nothing crazy, and there's definitely no thunderstorm. It's just a light drizzle, which is great. No complaints. Oh, and remember the solar panel? Well, it still works in there. I just checked the light, it's still blinking. Shoes. My backpack is just kind of in disarray right now, but I just need to get everything under the rainfly because it was raining quite a bit. It was raining just a little bit too much for my taste. It's off and on sprinkles and nothing, and then more rain. It's gonna filter some water and eat a snack. But now I'm back in the tent again. But I do love rain when I'm camping, so no complaints here. Pretty much all I can do right now. It's not a bad place to be in. I'm just glad that I made it here before it got so bad. But there's a really good draft going through this tent here. I can feel it on the sides, the wind coming in. Probably helps with the condensation. Oh, and now it's really raining, isn't it? And I moved the solar panel in here because the light is coming from this direction, and this tent is so see-through that it still works even in the rain. Still blinking. I highly recommend one of those if you have a multi-day camping trip and you don't want to carry a bunch of these things around. This is the GoalZero, and I made a review about it a few years back, maybe 3 or 4 years back now. I'll link it down below in the description. I took it on a multi-day canoe camping trip, and I did basically the same thing. So that worked really well, and it's working really well now on this trip. Everything is well protected. I have my food bag here because I was about to eat a little bit, but not right now. Shoes, tripod, everything is protected. I changed my mind about the backpack because this here is the side when you go in and out, and it was really hard to go around the backpack. So I think this is the natural place for it. It's big space, and even if I had a bigger backpack, it would still fit in here. But I never want to use a bigger backpack than 55. Maybe I can make it even smaller in the future. Who knows? Yeah. I'm waiting for my dinner to finish. It's maybe another 8 minutes or so. And meanwhile, it's drizzling again. But I'm under this tree here and I'm okay. We're having beef bolognese today. It's quite good. It's got some real noodles in it. I think it's time to go back in the tent. My camp neighbors, they were on the beach and they're leaving too. And my tree isn't holding all that well. Come on, stop it. Yes. I'm not ready to go back in the tent again. Last time we had a sip of wine was when we went to Oregon, to my last trip over there, the snowshoeing backpacking trip. And I was quite sad to leave Oregon. And I drank to you guys and to finding new adventures. So now this is perfect here by this beautiful lake to drink to the new adventures that we now have. You know, new locations in Southern California, these amazing mountains that I will sure visit many times as long as we're down here. And yeah, no matter where you are in the world, there's always something beautiful to find, beautiful place to camp at, to hike at. And so as sad as I was to leave Oregon, but sitting here by this lake, makes it all worth it again. So I drink to you guys and to all the future adventures that we'll have together. And of course I have some aged Gouda. It's almost finished. It's so delicious. Good morning, my friends. The sun is shining and the condensation is dripping from the tent. Yeah, it's no surprise because of the wet gear, the wet ground, the rain, no breeze at all anymore. So yeah, a lot of condensation formed in the tent last night. But I have a pack towel here. And with that, I'm gonna dry the inside of the tent. Yep, it definitely drips everywhere, on my face, on everything. It's definitely the most condensation I've had in quite a while. I guess with my other tent, it really wasn't as noticeable because the walls are so steep. So yep, I will just continue cleaning this or drying it and then get out and enjoy the sunshine. Yeah, so there's a lot of droplets in the tent and everything that was kind of tucked there, like my down jacket, everything got wet. So that's definitely a bit of a problem. But something I just have to work around, and maybe I put everything in a bag, in a waterproof bag in the corners there to keep that from happening. It's just a learning experience with this brand new tent. And it's no big deal, it's just water and the sun is shining. I'm gonna dry everything up outside. So, yep, I see you. Yep. Time to use my solar panel again, and this time I will actually use it for my Anchor power pack, which attaches to my iPhone with MagSafe. It just magnetically attaches to the back and charges it while I film. It makes such a huge difference because I use a lot of battery when I film with my iPhone. So it is completely out of power, and that's why we have the solar panel. So I have a USB port here, and I just plug that in here, and off it goes. This thing you can just angle any which way with the little stand in the back here. I really love that. It can be as steep or as flat as you need it, depending on where the sun is. As usual, I'll put everything in the description, all the links for the GoalZero Nomad 5 and for this power bank here from Anchor. Those are all tools that I really don't want to be without anymore. They help me on multi-day trips like this. Look at this blue sky. What a morning. It's so different from yesterday. And it already started gray and all the drizzle throughout the day. And now it's just piercing blue. Amazing. This chair is a luxury and I need it. It would definitely cut down on weight a little bit, but I would not be very comfortable about it. The tent, I think I can live without all the luxuries of the bigger tent. I just have to adapt a little bit, make that work for me. A quarter of the weight is quite a bit, so this is less than 500 grams. Was it less than 16 ounces or something like that? It's crazy. Instead of squeezing myself into the tent again to roll up the mattress, I want to try something new and do it from out here. We'll see if this works. This whole trip is a learning experience, so whatever works best, that's what I'll do in the future. But this door opens up really wide and you can roll this up and attach it. Oh yeah, this totally works. So much easier than being inside the tent. The pillow is so tiny, it's really hard to get into the super tiny bag. But I love it. Look at this. It's so small. It's completely dry. Crazy. Maybe I can use this bag for my clothes at night so they don't get wet if there's any condensation. It has a lining to keep moisture out, and it's huge, and it's just laying there. I don't do anything else with it, so I think this would be perfect for my clothes at night, even my down jacket. I'm just gonna let the bottom of the tent dry a little bit. We did pitch it on wet ground, so that moisture had nowhere to go. And it won't take long in the sun here. Everything else is dry. My towel is still waving in the wind, drying up. That was really helpful. I haven't had to use it in quite a while, but today it was really important with all this moisture. Everything else is packed up, and since the tent is always the first thing to go into my backpack at the bottom, I'll just wait a little bit till it's dry and then we're out of here. This thing is still charging. Still need to assemble my jet boil. There's always stuff to do. And the important thing is, before you leave your campsite, walk around in all the corners to make sure you didn't miss anything, and then do it again. This looks very different from yesterday, doesn't it? So bright. It's beautiful. We're going to walk along there, in a moment. We just have to make it all the way back to the intersection and then cut back this way. But wow, what a difference from yesterday.